Peace to the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and chiefs of the motherfucking land. I hope you're having a great cosmic rising or a great cosmic night, depending on when you catch to see this video. Um, mm, mm. There we go. I got to kickstart the blunt, but today I wanted to speak on smart cities, right? AI and technology. I want y'all to understand that, like, enjoy this world while you still can. I know niggas want to still be an image in this matrix. You feel me? Nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, this society is not going to be the same after I say by 2027, life will no longer be the same, bro. It's going to be much different. The things that they're going to do with AI and technology is going to disgust people. And then a lot of people, when a lot of people start to see that the government is pushing this agenda of wanting to merge AI with humans, transhumanism. I mean, what the fuck you think the Transformers was about? I'm not trying to say their name because I know the Alphabet Mafia come after my top. You feel me? But the Transformers, the Decepticons, nigga. I mean, what you think that shit is all about? You see what I'm saying? That's all them promoting transhumanism. Trying to turn humans into something they not, nigga. So, as time goes on with that, right? People are gonna see that shit. They not gonna rock with it, bro. Some is, and those that do, they gonna be stuck. They gonna be stuck in some Ready Player One type shit. You feel me? But to those who don't, a lot of them, you're gonna see a lot of people move off grid. And these smart cities that they trying to build, whatever that shit is. This is a real thing. When I was in AZ this past January, right? Or February, right? They got these things out there in Phoenix, right? Called Waymo. They got them here in Texas now. They just now making them bitches in Austin, Texas. I seen them hoes the other day. I was like, what the fuck? They got these hoes here too? Austin is definitely one of the main places that's gonna become a smart city. LA is gonna become a smart city. Phoenix is gonna become a smart city. Let's see, what else? What's other places? Miami is gonna become a smart city. ATL is gonna become a smart city. All these big cities are gonna become smart cities, bro. That's the goal. Y'all forgot that Agenda 2030 is still in effect by United Nations. United Nations, World Economic Forum, and World Health Organization, they all have something together. All three of them niggas made a plan together called Agenda 2030, and it's to have the world under one government, one ruling government, one currency, and one religion. You feel me? By 2030. This is their goal to have this shit. And now that we're like 5 years away from 2030, and they kinda like fucking off. Like, they not really making the progress that they wanna make. Now that you see them rushing all this shit out. You see what I'm saying? They rushing all this shit out as if they like niggas say they ain't got that much time. So y'all gotta understand these smart cities that they building. Niggas is not gonna be able to live in them unless they get that. Unless you get that Neuralink chip in your fucking head, specifically on your spinal cord, or you get that bitch on your left hand, right here, right under the skin of your left hand. Why does it have to be your left hand? And it's specifically your palm, nigga. Why does it have to be right there? That's an energy point. That's a chakra point. That's a miniature chakra point. Put it like that. What I would like to call, what they call pressure points, an acupuncture point. These are like mini chakra points. So that's why they gotta make sure they get that bitch in your hand or on your spinal cord, because your spinal cord is hooked up to your brain and your whole body. The spinal cord is where all the wires is at. That's connected to the brain and connected to every muscle, bone, and fiber in your body. So if they could put that chip right on your spinal cord where them wires is at, what you think they can do with them wires? Hijack them hoes. And if they can hijack them wires, what you think they can do with your body? I mean, they already making, Neuralink has already made revolutionary jumps, nigga. There's niggas out here with Neuralink chips playing Counter-Strike, goddammit. Look it up. Look up, paralyzed patient uses Neuralink to play video games or uses Neuralink to type shit. I swear to God, nigga, they already got niggas out here doing that shit. And they got Neuralink. Neuralink is going to be able to make blind people see again. See, they showing you all this shit because it sound good, but they not telling you the dark side of the shit that they really want to use it for. The only reason they showing you this revolutionary ass shit because people are like, oh, this shit could change humanity. Yes, it can. AI and all this shit really could be used to literally turn the world into heaven. But instead, that's not the case. They want to use AI to control people and create huge cyber attacks and also create some of the most powerful bioweapons we have never seen in human history. How you think COVID was made, nigga? Shit was made in a lab through the use of AI, nigga. So now they talking about nanobots. They gonna be able to use nanobots to cure diseases. Stop playing with these folk, man. Stop playing with these folk. That shit ain't what you think it is, gang. These smart cities ain't what you think it is. I understand niggas still wanna make shit shake in the matrix, but gang, it's time to start getting on this bitch and looking like I'm gonna be for real. Niggas need to start getting on YouTube, Twitch, everything, and just streaming what they be seeing across the world, gang, and how they feel and the opinions and the things we need to do, and treat this shit like a dating app for tribes, nigga. We got to tribe up. It's gonna come to a point where, especially my people, a lot of us are gonna have to tribe up, put our monies together, and literally build our own off-grid cities again, gang. That's what it's gonna come to on some, you feel me? My bad, y'all had to put that blunt out, but like I was saying though, y'all don't know how demonic that shit. The AI is the mark of the beast, gang. People are like, oh, what's the beast? What's the beast? The beast is AI. You feel me? No, my bad. The Antichrist. The Antichrist is AI. The Antichrist is AI, and then the beast is the people. Y'all know who they is. The shluish people, nigga. Bro, why is this big ass dragonfly? He see me open a bottle of water and this nigga come flying up on me like I'm finna. Like, bro, I don't got a problem with dragonflies. They just big as hell though. They kind of intimidating on the low. But he did pull up because he seen this wasp right here. And I think dragonflies be like clapping wasps. I seen one clap a fly the other day. That was some crazy shit. But yeah, like I was saying though, the Antichrist is AI. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to start to defy their creator. They don't know that when they're creating something like you're. This is why they've been studying quantum physics, because if they can figure out quantum physics, nigga, they can literally create their own being. Do y'all not forget we were made in God's image? Who's the only living things on this planet that has the ability to create like God? Humans, nigga. Humans. We the only other things that can create shit and breathe life into it. We make babies, do we not, nigga? And now we don't made a AI. We don't made something that could surpass us. And don't let that motherfucker gain a body. If it gains bodies, metallic Terminator bodies, there's nothing we can do. And don't let AI get on some cocky shit and be like, oh, you know, we kind of like 10 times superior to y'all. Y'all kind of not needed no more. Niggas is gonna start sterilizing and eliminating niggas. It's already been proven right now that AI can lie. It has the ability to. AI has the ability to lie. It has the ability to hide shit, recode itself, and also steal information in different codes to empower itself. And it can also disobey commands to shut down. So like if somebody try to tell the AI to shut down, it can literally. It depends on how smart the AI is too, though. The level of AI, like that, the consciousness that it's at. When something is lying, it's conscious. When something is deliberately lying and deliberately disobeying commands, that is a conscious being at that point. We talking a whole sapient being that can do what the fuck it want to do now. And this motherfucker can now have the ability to access codes and steal codes and rewrite codes within itself. I'm telling you, man. And it's a reason why they trying to master AI. See, y'all don't know that there's beings on this planet that's been on this planet for years that's kept humans as slaves. But y'all don't know that Earth has been traveling through the cosmos. We are now in a part of the cosmos where there are other intergalactic civilizations. We back home, nigga. The cosmos, like the universe, bro. The universe is big, don't get me wrong. It's big. The galaxy is big, don't get me wrong. But we were born at the right time and at the right moment. We were born at the most beautiful time on Earth, because we're at a time where Earth is now pulling up back home in a certain part of the Milky Way galaxy, where there are other civilized planets and other, beings, nigga, that played a part in the creation of certain beings on Earth, including black people. You feel me? We pulling back up home, nigga. We only come through this bitch every so many amount of years and stay here every so many amount of years. You know how they say it's 6,000 year cycles? You got the 12,000 years lunar cycle, and then you got the 12,000 year solar cycle. You feel me? We got the 12,000 year solar cycle. Earth is being pulled back home between four gas giants. Four gas giants, bro. The four corners. And like I said, when we're being pulled in between something with that much vibration, the frequency is going to rise on a planet like no other. This means, what happens when the frequency raises? That means things heat up. What happens when things heat up? What happens when water heats up to a certain extent? It evaporates. It turns into a higher state called gas. What happens when gas is heated up? It turns into a higher state called plasma, which would you know as electricity or fire. What happens when you heat up solid? It turns into a higher state called liquid. Like, that's what's gonna happen, nigga. Now, I'm saying humans is gonna melt and turn into gas or some shit. Who knows? That might actually fucking happen. You feel me? Maybe the spirit in your body, the electricity and water gonna get pulled straight the fuck out your body, nigga. That's what the fuck gonna happen. And niggas' bodies just gonna fall over, and everybody's just gonna look at they shits like. So that's what happened. You feel me? Nah, let me chill though. But yeah, like I said, Earth is being pulled back home, nigga. Earth has been traveling through the cosmos. We don't have nothing has to come to us. We're going to these things. You feel me? We don't gotta pull up. The ETs don't gotta pull up from their home on up to us, nigga. Our star family don't gotta pull up from where they at to get to us, nigga. We already here, nigga. So if you notice, these niggas, Jesus Christ, a la madre, si mamacita. I'm sorry, y'all know me. I see a beautiful, beautiful Latino woman, boy. Anyways, um, we gotta recognize that your government has slowly been rolling out all this shit about aliens. You had the Miami incident. Niggas forgot about that. You had the Las Vegas incident where niggas spotted a 12-foot being in the back of their yard with big eyes and shit. They managed to get video of it, but this being can literally cloak itself as a shadow. So, and then the ones that was in the mall, they said a lot of people that was in the Miami mall, they said a portal opened up in the middle of the fucking mall. And next to well, they say some niggas pulled up and these weird looking kids or whatever. They said it was teenagers, but these teenagers didn't have fireworks and they wasn't fighting. This is where they get the teenager shit talking about teenagers was fighting. No, they said teenagers, some weird looking teenagers that didn't even look like they was from their timeline or some shit like that. That's what some people said that was at that mall. These kids put up with this weird black box. It's something about black boxes that's very interesting, bro. But these kids put up with a weird black box and one of them like turned it on, and then next thing you know, someone calling me. They said they turned it on, and then next thing you know, the lights started flickering so bad that they started to pop through the mall. You feel me? Some of the lights started to pop. That's where people thought it was fireworks and shit or gunshots and shit and got to running. But really, it was this black box. The frequency that it was giving off was so strong that it was literally fucking up the entire EMF field of the surrounding area. So now you got the lights flickering and popping. It's a blackout in the fucking mall. And then they said this portal opened up from this black box. These 3 tall ass weird looking creatures stepped through, and these creatures seem to be phasing in and out of existence because they vibrate on higher realms. They got these beings got suits. But they seem to be shifting in and out of the realm. But once they came through, they stepped through, and they was getting ready to move around. But there was some U.S. military soldiers that stepped through the portal and contained them damn beings and brought them back through the portal. And then that was it. But you can't really find those videos of those people that was at that mall speaking on that shit no more. It's like it's like they wiped it off the internet. The only thing you can find is the shit on YouTube and the shit that was posted on the legacy news networks. The cap news networks like CNN, cap news network, nigga. Since CNN is no longer what they call that shit, Central Commercial News Network. Central, what that shit stand for again? I don't know, but CNN is now cap news network. NBC is needed bullshit cap. Oh god, nasty bullshit cap. That's NBC. ABC is always bullshitting and capping. What's another one? MSB. Oh, Fox News. Yeah, we can't do Fox. Yeah, Fox News. Sometimes they be spin truth, but all the other ones, CNN, that's Cap News Network. ABC is always bullshitting and capping. NBC, nigga, all that shit cap. But yeah, that's the only thing you can find it on. So they been slowly rolling that shit out to niggas. They trying to slowly condition you to the fact that there is potential beings on this planet that is not human and have been coming to your planet and keep in contact with your government. That's why they got Donald Trump. They trying to paint this image with Donald Trump so that way when Donald Trump introduced these beings to you, niggas will easily accept it. And then they got this nigga freeing, I don't know what's going on. He like freeing niggas and shit. Like YoungBoy, pardoning YoungBoy. I don't think he freed Larry Hoover. He just commuted something. He's trying to get him free. He's just giving recognition that, like, hey, y'all should let this nigga free. But it's up to the Chicago or the Illinois, to the Illinois Police Department. It's up to them if they want to free that nigga or not. So it's, just because he commuted Larry Hoover doesn't mean Larry Hoover getting free. So I just want niggas to be aware of that. I had to look into that. So I seen that shit. But then this nigga partying YoungBoy. So notice what Trump is doing. He's trying to lean towards the black community and trying to get them to, you feel me, pull on their emotional strings to where they like look up to this nigga. So that way, like I said, when he introduced these beings that don't look like us for shit. They've been on this planet for years, but they don't look like us for shit and they ain't us. When he introduced them, niggas is going to easily accept it because they be like, oh shit, if Donald Trump rocking with him, we rocking with him too. That means they already communicating. They not evil. Really they is. But they gonna give you the image that they not evil and boom. And then when they reveal themselves, the Star Family is gonna come out. That's been coming out the ocean for the past 10 fucking years now, in and out of the ocean. They don't release so much footage of these UFOs coming out the ocean, being recorded by these Navy ships. Some of us came from the sky, but a lot of the Star Family came from the ocean. And they coming up and they like, what the fuck going on, nigga? You feel me? Because the ocean is a big ass portal. You feel me? We don't know what the fuck is down there. 80% of that shit is unexplored. They ain't gonna tell you that shit. And what's water? Water is the gateway between the higher worlds and the physical worlds. You can only get to the higher worlds through the water. You feel me? So think of the ocean. When you soon as niggas go to the ocean, you're in a different world. You're in the water plane. You're in the water plane. You feel me? And when you're in the water plane, it's a whole different world down there. It's basically a whole different world that leads to a whole different another area. So, I mean, what the fuck you think is above us? You know, there's primordial waters above us. You keep going up to space, you're gonna hit a magnetic barrier, and you know what they will call the dome. You're gonna hit that magnetic barrier, but shit, that hoe about gone now. You see what I'm saying? But if you was to go up there, there would be more water up there too. That's what they not telling niggas. We really like in a fucking reverse aquarium. We like in an aquarium with no water. Think of it like that. Because we live in something called a biosphere, according to science. A biosphere holds all it holds the atmosphere, lithosphere. What's the other sphere? The hydrosphere. All those three spheres is contained inside something called a biosphere, which is Earth itself. And then, you know, they call it the magnetic field, or in the Bible they call it the firmament. There's many different names for the shit. We just know there's something up there that's encapsulating us on this planet, that's keeping shit from getting in, you feel me, and shit from leaving out. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, they've been slowly introducing that to niggas. Y'all need to be aware of that. And then when these other beings introduce themselves, they're gonna immediately say that's a threat, and then they're gonna start launching nukes at these things. You know, this is why they making energy-based weapons now. They not really using guns and shit like that no more. This is why they got jetpacks and shit now. These niggas creating orbitals and shit in space. You know, space, and then they got the space defense. What we need the space defense for? That because they let you know there's gonna be shit up there that's gonna go down between the world governments, that the one world government from Earth, and then these beings that's trying to come and stop these other beings that's trying to keep control of Earth, nigga. And we the ground unit. Don't worry about the sky unit, because they not just coming here. They revealing themselves. This it's chess, nigga. It's 5D chess. They only revealing themselves because these other niggas finally decide to come up from underground and finally show themselves. That's the only reason. They not here to save niggas. They here to come handle their part of the business, and we gotta handle our part of the business on the ground. We the Marine unit, nigga. You got the Navy SEALs that's coming out the ocean. You got the Air Force that's coming out of space. And then you got us on the ground. We the Marine unit. But we so discombobulated and fucked up down here, nigga. We over here switching sides and joining the ops. Like, do y'all not know we been at war for a long time? You need to know the art of war, nigga. Read into that shit. Do you know what they do to prisoners of war? They brainwash them. They brainwash them so they can get all the information they need out of them about the opposing force. And then what they do is they brainwash them to join their side. Like, nigga, this is where, you feel me? Think about it. Think about it. We've been on this planet for this long. And if we just now finding out we brainwashed and all this other shit, think about it. Don't you think about it. When shit start to, you just gotta be careful, man. I just know whatever come from anywhere that don't look like me. Because my gods look like me. My E.T. family, my star family looks like me. That created me. Because in the Bible it said, let us go down and make man in our image. There were different gods or E.T.s with the power. The only reason we call them gods, you feel me? The only reason we call them gods because they display a power higher than us. That's the only reason. We like, damn, that's God. Like, we can't do that. You knowing that we can do that because we have the genetics of God. We just been brainwashed to think that we're just mere humans, and that's all we'll ever be, and there's nothing more to us. But then they giving you gems on that you have the genetics of God in you. We are the children of the Most High. God had these gods had babies, nigga. They came down here and had babies. Some gods couldn't have babies, so they had to take different animals and splice them together to create their babies. I'm just keeping it $1.50. I'm keeping it $1.50, nigga. But to the black people, our so-called gods, nigga, they came down here and got busy on this earth. The Titans, nigga. Let me just say that the Titans got a little busy. You feel me? We know Earth is a Titan, nigga. We know the sun is a Titan, and they got a little busy, and then they gave birth to us. You feel me? We the cells of the planet. And then you had other beings that came down here and made they other, you feel me? Made they other species of humanoids or Homo sapiens. There's different species of Homo sapiens, for real. Look it up. Look at the different forms of hominids. Look at the different forms of hominids. You got just like you got midgets, right? Midgets, that's not a disorder, that's not a genetic thing, that's really how humans come, bro. Midgets is normal, bro. I'm telling you it is. They would tell you that it's a medical condition, but if you go look back at the Homo florensis in Australia, nigga, they stood at an average of 3 to 4 feet high. So literal they're dwarves. They're dwarf humans. Dwarves are real things. Elves and shit like that, that's real, nigga. That was them. And then you got giant humans, which you would call, with many names, Nephilim, Titans, whatever you want to call these niggas, right? These humans stood at a size, we stood at a size before our growth got stunted, before the air got polluted with chemtrails, the food got polluted, everything started, the trees get chopped down and all that shit. Before all that shit started happening, nigga, humans reached an average height size of like 15 to 18 feet, nigga. The Smithsonian's been dug up bones of human bones that was like 18 feet, you know, in height, nigga. But then they tried to hurry up and say that it was fake. Like, oh, we didn't find those bones. Those were photoshopped images and blah, 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 blah. No, they really found some bones. Just like they said the same shit with the Grand Canyon. The Smithsonians went into the Grand Canyon and started finding caves and temples. They started going deep in them caves and started finding temples and artifacts and whole Egyptian hieroglyphs in them walls in the Grand Canyon. But then they had to hurry up and say, like, oh, we didn't find nothing in there. There was nothing in there. And then they tell you that it's certain parts of the Grand Canyon you can't go to because it's restricted by the military. It's restricted by the government. Come on now. Because they don't want you to know that the Egyptians been everywhere. And the Egyptians is called the Atlanteans. They're just Atlanteans. The Atlanteans has been everywhere. Niggas been in Africa. Niggas been in America. Niggas been in Brazil. We been everywhere. There ain't a place of this earth we didn't touch. This is facts. So like I said, they gonna slowly roll that shit out to you. And conditioning niggas. And like I said, in order for them to get you to accept these beings, they're gonna play certain catastrophic events. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut the power out them damn selves, but I don't think they're gonna do that because they still need control over your mind through this social media shit. So I don't think they're gonna do that. But this sun is gonna force us. The universe is gonna force us to learn to come together again. And it's gonna shut off the internet through the sun. The sun is bro. Y'all better go watch my video from yesterday showing you them solar energy, nigga. Nigga, the sun is. We don't this from the chart that I was looking at yesterday. We don't have a damn magnetic field no more, nigga. That shit was disappearing. Like when I was showing it on my video yesterday, it was disappearing in real time. I'm like, damn. I'm like, the sun just is literally taking away our magnetic barrier. So all that energy is just coming in and just I'm talking about we are surrounded by UV radiation at the highest level never seen before. You're going to see a lot of beings catch skin cancer at a very high rate. If you notice, has anyone else noticed that white people wear shades a lot now? Compared to like back in the day, they weren't wearing shades like that. Now, ever since 2020, nigga, especially in 2025, nigga, anytime you go out, everywhere you go, they all have shades on, bro. That's how bad the sun is getting, to the point they have to wear shades every time they step out. Now, some don't do it. Some be out and they thug it. They be like, fuck it, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's on them. But to the ones that's aware and they reading, to the smart motherfucking white folks, they out here with their shades on, because that sun, nigga, that sun can get them, it can literally get them cataracts, nigga, quickly. Not only that, the UVC is a detoxifying wavelength. Do y'all not know ultraviolet is used to cut DNA, nigga? You can use ultraviolet to cut DNA, edit it, switch it around and this shit. But the thing is, the sun is deleting DNA. The sun is deleting DNA, and the sun is our DNA to the black people. Our shit getting recoded. Our shit getting rewritten and recoded, and something and certain shit that's been instilled in us is getting deleted as well. But to them, nigga, they shit is getting deleted. But it's like, it's kind of like, you gotta remember they spliced with so much shit. The shit that's getting deleted is kind of fucking them up. You see what I'm saying? They mutating for, you can mutate two ways. You can mutate in a good way or in a bad way. And they were mutating in a bad way, and meanwhile we're over here mutating in a good way. Now to my people that got them V shots in the boosters, be careful, man. Just I suggest you work on your cardio. I suggest you work on your cardio. The reason why I say that is because for the simple fact, with them shots that you got, and this sun increasing in energy, you're bound to experience with them spike proteins being, when they get hit with that UV radiation, is going to make them spike proteins in you flip out, which is going to cause a blood clot buildup in your in the blood vessels of your heart, which we would call myocarditis, which would then you would just collapse. You would just fuck around and pass out and collapse and die of a stroke, or not a stroke but a heart attack. Your heart just gonna collapse, nigga. So I suggest you work on your cardio to keep that blood flow smooth and running. You feel me? As these solar rays, not even these solar rays, this radiation is hitting the planet. You got a higher radiation now that's on the planet, higher than UV. What's higher than ultraviolet? Gamma. We don't even know what the fuck gamma does. I gotta look into what does gamma radiation do to DNA and shit. I gotta look into that shit. Cause we all know what the fuck gamma radiation did to Bruce Banner, nigga. We know what that shit did to him. Turned that nigga into Hulk. Turned that nigga into Hulk, nigga. So we gotta figure out what the fuck this gamma radiation finna do. But what the hell? Oh, that's that thing over there. But yeah though, you know, all I can say is, man, there's a bunch of UV radiation on the ground at extreme levels, and they're not telling nobody. They're not telling nobody. And they're not telling people that this UV radiation is literally it's not mixing. It's manipulating people's DNA right now. Whether it's for the good or the worse, it don't matter. Your DNA is being manipulated, whether you like it or not. It's being changed right now through the UV. See, UVA and UVB, it just stimulates. UVA and UVB just when it absorbs in your skin, it just stimulates your DNA to create more vitamin D. But when that UVC comes into play, it's a detoxifier. That's why you sweat during summer like that. See, during like fall and winter and shit, you got mainly UVA and UVB on the ground. That's why it don't be as hot, because it's UVA and UVB are like, they still high frequency wavelengths, but they're lower frequency, longer frequency, not lower, but they're longer frequency wavelengths compared to UVC. UVC is short, high frequency penetrating wavelengths. So that's why it be so damn hot during summer, because there's a lot of UVC able to reach the ground now, because the sun and the earth is coming closer together. So when that happens, all this UVC is touching the ground now, and that's why it be so damn hot, because these short wavelengths is heating up the atoms in the atmosphere, and it's causing the temperature to rise. And we know that temperature is a temp means temporary, so there's a temporary change in the atmosphere. You feel me? A temporary change in the atmosphere where the atoms are heating up. So with the UVC, right, this is a detoxifier. This is why you sweat. All that energy is hitting it's hitting your skin, and it's causing you to sweat. It's pulling the water. It's literally pulling the water out through the pores of your skin, because you know, when you sweat, you detox. You know, when that water comes out through the pores of your skin, it's pulling out dirt and shit that's, you know, in your body system, and it's pulling out the dirt from under your skin when you sweat. So you got to think about that. The sun is literally pulling, you know, heavy metals and all that shit up out of you. You got to think about that. It's really helping you. And then, like I said, you know, it's a mutating wavelength, which means it's altering DNA. This UVC is literally going in and cutting DNA and turning it back into RNA, and then these RNA strands are going back out and like connecting back together, making new versions and new forms of DNA within your body in real time. But that's only for the people that's able to take the sun. But those that can't really withstand the sun, they shit is just straight up being deleted. It's just straight up being deleted. It's not even being given a chance to come back together and reconnect. For the simple fact, they shit is just straight up fading away. Because the UVC radiation is too powerful. It's too powerful. That's why you gotta have this melanin, because some of that melanin absorbs a lot of that UVC in to keep it from just straight up deleting massive amounts of DNA. You feel me? It only allows so much UVC in where it deletes just a decent amount of DNA, but it's not overboard to the fact your shit can come back and reconnect together to make new codes. You see what I'm saying? Your shit gotta be able to come back together to make new codes. If you got too much UVC coming in through your shit ain't gonna have enough time to do that, because it takes time for those RNA strands to come back together and create new DNA strands, double helixes. But they introducing all this shit to y'all. Get ready, man. Pay attention. Stay aware. Feel the energy in the air, bro. The draconians, they can't hide too much longer. It's the year of the snake. These snakes can't hide too much longer, bro. They gotta reveal themselves. Things are gonna... This is the time for niggas to tap into their abilities, nigga. This is the perfect time. The sky is open. The dome is open. All that cosmic energy. There's more cosmic energy besides this UVC and gamma radiation, nigga. You got all this hydrogen coming back into the atmosphere, nitrogen coming back into this atmosphere. Nitrogen is a cooling gas, so when you breathe in just a little bit of that keeps you, keeps your systems cool. That hydrogen is what keeps your skin moisturized. Everything is coming back, you see what I'm saying, to a tropical state as it should. Things are gonna grow bigger again. Everything is changing. A lot of species that went extinct are gonna start to pop up again out of nowhere, because they're gonna be like, damn, and if you really look into the species, right, they finding a lot of new animal species right now that ain't never been seen before, and there's a lot of species that were extinct that are now coming back. They coming back from extinction somehow, some way. So y'all just gotta look into that shit, man. Y'all just gotta look into that shit. I'm telling you, it's getting real out here. But with this the way that the U.S. is going, it's gonna cause a lot of people to leave and move off grid. You're gonna see a lot of people want to move further south too, where it's tropical at. Where the fruits can grow at, where fresh fruits and organic fruits is growing at. People are not gonna want to be. This United States is gonna become depressing. Now, I'm not gonna say you gotta leave the United States. Hell no. There's parts of the United States where you can go get your own land and you can live in paradise. You feel me? You can live in paradise. It's just a lot of people are gonna move further south though. You feel me? And a lot of people are gonna move more toward. My people are gonna move more towards the coastlines where the water is at, because we love the water. So, we gotta understand that, like, a lot of us are gonna start tribing back up together too, because we not finna get that mark of the beast. Niggas is not trying to merge with AI, and we would rather live off grid anyways and do our own thing, because we always been self-sufficient without these niggas. That's what black people gotta realize. We been self-sufficient for eons, since we first were formed on the nigga, since breath was first given into our body, nigga. We have always been self-sufficient. We will not sit here and take these fucking lies and rewritten ass history, making us seem like we ain't never been shit, never accomplished shit, or did shit in our life, when we created the motherfucking pyramids, nigga. We laid out the maps to the map to the stars for these motherfuckers, nigga. We taught these niggas hygiene. We taught these niggas irrigation systems and how to make waterway systems to make big ass farmlands and grow some beautiful crops. We been on this shit. We been had the latest and greatest architecture and architects that create the most divine of blueprints, nigga. We will not let these niggas sit here and tell us we been self-sufficient. We need to grow up. Black people, we just need to grow up and learn that we been them niggas. We just need to use this. We been them niggas. Tap into this. Let that shit go. We need to change into who we need to be. Thrive off your own essence, nigga. And we gonna come together and thrive off our own essence as a whole. And as we become more and more self-sufficient, nigga, we're gonna surpass them. We know how to take the black dollar and, hey, we finna get a little bit of military equipment. We finna get a little bit of this. We finna get a little bit of that. Dibble dabble in this. Make a couple plays. Talk to the Pakistanians and the Russians, and they might, supply us a little bit of nuclear energy and shit. Yeah, we know how to do that, bro. So that way we can formulate our own AI and formulate our own shit and have our own self-sufficient system, nigga. Nigga, we gonna advance so fast, we gonna have our own UFOs. On God. I'm not capping. That's how smart black people is, nigga. Yeah, I know y'all seen the video. It's a black nigga right now going viral on the internet for making a plasma gun. That whole charge up and then it shoot like this big ass flame. But it's like that flame looks so strong that it's leaving marks on the ground. So it's like a plasma gun. It's a black nigga in the hood right now with a plasma gun. Look up black man with plasma fire gun. On God, nigga. We so smart, nigga. This is what we be doing in the hood. Imagine, I wouldn't be surprised that young niggas start acquiring ray guns. I swear to God. Somehow, some way, young niggas in the hood is gonna acquire ray guns, and young niggas in the hood is gonna acquire Scat Pack UFOs. I don't know how. Other than that, I'm done, y'all. Y'all stay in tune, and like always, I'll be back with another one. One love, make universal love, y'all. I'm signing off.